Hello and welcome back to Western Wilds for episode 6 of our survival series. Now, in the last episode we managed to build up enough money to get our greenhouse built just at the back over there. I think you can just about see it around there. So that's that all sorted. That's a way for me to just get a little bit more money. Now I think what I want to do is skip ahead to the next month, let my productions go overnight and get a bit of money from that. The thing is, if I stay in September for too long, the only thing I really have left to do this month is just more logging, and I want to get away from doing that as our source of income. So I think if I skip ahead, hopefully I'll have a pallet of cucumbers to sell and a couple of pallets of grapes. There's also a chance we'll have some eggs. We don't have too many at the moment. I don't think we'll quite get a full pallet, but hopefully I can make a few thousand off of that. And then I think my goal for August was last month, I mean October. I think my goal for October will be to get all the stuff I need to harvest my grass field, which should be ready in November. So I'm going to skip ahead. Now, I did find a very interesting thing about this house, and I don't know whether it's an update that's happened since I've started or whether it's something that I just didn't notice. But if I come over here, I actually have a bed. So if you watched the first episode when I was talking about sleeping on that tiny little sofa and somehow I make it work and all that, but I don't know why I've been doing that all this time when I have a bed. So anyway, we'll skip ahead, get ourselves into October, and then we'll have a quick look around. And I need to be careful with the grapes because I did have a quick look through the sell logs, or not the sell logs, but the what would you even call it, the pricing of everything. Now you can sell these grapes at that farmer wholesale, which I did get built in the end. I was talking about it last episode. This building only cost £1, which is why I was debating not doing it, because it seemed like it could be a little bit cheaty. But I've got it built purely so I can sell my cucumbers somewhere, because there is nowhere on the map that would accept them. So I had to do it. Hopefully we have a pallet that we can sell today. But to start, I'm going to get those grapes sold. So we'll get the trailer attached. Now I've got to be careful not to drive over the sale point for this, because they sell for a lot more at the train yard. So we'll get them loaded up. I mean, I guess that's technically loaded. I'll make it a bit neater though. Well, that's going to have to do. So we'll get them on and attached. Now, what kind of price can we get for grapes at the moment? 1,235. So this should get me just shy of 2,500, which is a start. I believe in total what I worked out is that I'm going to need about 15,000. I think it's somewhere between 15 and 18,000 to be able to get everything I need to harvest that grass field next month. So I've already got 2,000 sitting there. This will get me another 2,500, and if I have a pallet of cucumbers, I believe they sell for about 1,200 as well. I'll have to check the price on them, but that's if I even have one. There might not be one yet. So hopefully, you know, that will get me a lot closer. I think if I can end this day on about, I'd say somewhere between 10 and 12,000, then tomorrow morning we'll do the same. We'll sell the grapes, we'll sell the cucumbers, and we'll pick up the last of the bits tomorrow. As long as, for now, I can get a windrower, a mower, and a windrower, I can at least get the grass cut and ready to be baled. So from that point, I think the baler is about 8,000. The trailer I'll need for it sits at 5,000. And then that should be the lot. Although I do want a tedder as well, actually. I do want to ted the grass, just so I can convert it to hay and get a little bit more money. The first couple of harvests for the hay will go straight to being sold. I believe you can sell bales here, somewhere up there. I think it's in that end trailer. So they will be sold to get me a bit more income. After that, I'll be looking at, once I've got a bit more money, getting some sheep on the farm. They will be a brilliant way of getting a bit more money. Their wool sells for quite a bit. I've crashed into it. I looked down at my phone for a second because it buzzed and I ended up in a telephone pole. So it's just, that's why you don't use your phone when you're driving. So what I think I'm going to do, on the way back I'm going to quickly take a detour. Actually I'll go around the back here through these trees. I'm going to pop up to the greenhouse to see what we've got up here. See if there is a paddock. I think this field here might be my next purchase. Got a lot of trees and a nice big open area that I can put some nice fields in. I think that might be my next purchase. No, it's not looking promising. So we've got nothing in there. There's 634 litres so far, so it is producing slowly. If I look at the price of cucumbers, I can actually check it properly now. There we go. So currently worth 1,283, so a good amount. Oh, and this would have been the ideal month to sell them as well. Oh, if only I could have got that a month earlier. We'll close that back up. Oh, it didn't close. Why didn't it close? There we go, that's better. We'll spin this back around. All this is going quite well. That's one more thing I do have to make sure I save enough money for, is the harvester. Otherwise all these crops in the field are going to be for nothing. We also want to get a silo done fairly soon as well, so that when we get the, I'm pretty sure it's wheat that I planted. It was either wheat or oat, but that way when that is harvestable and get it harvested, we can get it in the trailer and we can use that to feed the chickens for a while. So we've got up to 4,500, so that's not too bad. It's not quite as much as I wanted. I was hoping to get a little bit more. But there's not really any... So my only real option for this month now is logging. Unless I just start skipping time ahead. Which I don't want to do. I've been on this day for less than 10 minutes. I don't know, I just want to skip ahead to the next day. So I think I am going to have to take down a couple more trees for the time being. There's not really anything else I can invest in that will give me enough money quick enough. Unless I just build loads of these, but I don't just want to fill it with all of one thing, you know. This was just a place to start. Now, what do we have? I had the right one open and I came off it. What do we have in here? It's power spread, that's no good to me. That would be good if I had the money, but I don't. That's no good. 2 manure spreaders. That's a sprayer, or is that just a sprayer tank? Oh, maybe it is a sprayer. Okay, and that's a header for a forage harvester. Okay, so there's nothing in there that is going to be any good for me now. So I'm going to just have to buy standard one. That's got 1.8, that's got 1.6. So that's going to be the obvious option. 15 horsepower, runs at 4 miles an hour. Actually, that runs at almost twice the speed, so it might be better. That would be brilliant. Maybe that's what I'll aim for eventually. That would be good. It runs a lot quicker. So I think this is going to be the one. I'm not worried about any of that. No, so that will do. Well, I don't have a colour, so that doesn't matter. So we'll buy that, 1,200. So we have a mower. That's brilliant. That's a start. Tedder was one thing I wanted to look at as well. I believe that is what I want. Buy that, 1,300. And windrower, I believe, is about the same price. There we go, 1,300. So that's all of that stuff bought. So we can cut it, we can ted it to convert it into the hay, and we can windrow it. That sets us back £3,800. So we're now quite low on money again. But that's a start. Now we need to look at balers. There we are. Now I believe somewhere in here is the one that I want, which will be that. What is that? Did not know you could bale poplar. I've never actually invested in poplar at all on this. I'm not sure how it works, to be honest. Maybe it's something I can look at. But this is the one I was looking at. This would be the start. It just makes the little 49cm conventional bales. It will set me back £8,000. It's a fair bit, but it would be worth it. Now to go with that, we'd need, I think it comes under bale loaders, and it's this one here. This doesn't auto load, does it? No. Whereas this one does. Which makes life a lot easier. Also has a capacity of 105 bales. It can do 120cm bales as well. Can these do 120cm bales? No. The smallest they do is 180. So what does 120? That. The £22,000 Massey Ferguson. Well, I can't afford that. But getting a bigger baler eventually wouldn't be the worst idea. That for 22,000. See, if I can get the bigger bale loader though, one of these John Deere's or the Krona would be good. If you go to, is it under bale loaders? Yes, it is. So both of those Rolands there do auto loading. They could be an option for later on, but for now we'll get that. So we need £13,000 from now. So I think what I'll do is I will get a couple of trees chopped down, we'll sell them, and we'll see how much money we make from that. And then from there, I think it's normally about 3,500 to 4,000 per load. So if I did this all in wood, we'd be looking at 3 loads, which I don't want to do. So I think maybe we do 1 load for today, then we can go ahead to tomorrow and see how much money we get from the stuff we make overnight. Hopefully be able to afford everything that way. That's the plan for now. But we've done a lot of logging so far in this series, so I don't want to bore you with any more of it. So I'll cut this all out, hopefully bring you back when we're either selling the wood or when we're on the next day. We'll see how things go, and yeah, I'll bring you back at some point soon. Alright, so I'll bring you guys back now. I've just sold the one load of wood that I was going to do for today. Got just under 4,000 for that, so it's not too bad. I would have hoped for a little bit more, but it's a start, and it's progress towards, you know, all the stuff that I needed. So I think now, because I don't want to overdo the logging, I think now what I can do is skip ahead to November. Hopefully I'll have a couple of pallets of grapes to sell and a pallet of cucumbers. I might even see if I can sell some of the eggs and get a bit of money for that. Hopefully that'll get me fairly close to the 13,000 in total I need. But if I can at least get the baler for now, I think that would be a start. I'm just going to leave this parked up over here. I'm not going to bother putting it away for the night because I'm going to need it in the morning. So we'll leave that there. And we'll skip ahead. Now, don't really want to be spending too much of this series just constantly skipping days, because I feel like that's a way of just getting myself to progress too quickly. I could, now that I've got production set up, I could just skip constantly to get the money. I don't want to do that, but I do want to just get away from logging for the time being. So I do have the 2 pallets of grapes. How close am I to a third? Pretty far off. Okay. So we'll get these loaded up. We'll take them over to sell them. Oh, I've made the same mistake again. I keep forgetting I can't go on that way. There we go. That looks about right. Oh, no, it doesn't. God, I really struggle with this thing, and I don't know why. I guess it's not really designed to be taking pallets of grapes. It is a logging sled, but... Right, let's get these loaded up. Perfect, so 2 pallets of those. I imagine about the same amount, 12.35 I think it was last time, which gave me about 2,500 in total. And if I go up here somewhere, I can check how much the eggs are as well, actually, I think. So there's eggs. Eggs are really good this month. Okay, so I sell all the eggs that I've got. It's not even going to be anywhere near a full pallet, but... And the grapes have gone right up as well. Grapes have gone up by a lot, so that is good. So this might get me a bit closer than we thought. If this can get me to somewhere near 10,000, that would be brilliant. We'll also have the cucumbers. Or am I being a bit too hopeful with 10,000? So I've got just under half a pallet. I know it's not much, but... So I should check where the best place to... I don't think I did. I don't think I checked where the best place to sell the eggs was. The train yard. So we're going that way anyway, so we'll take them with us. And then when we're back, we'll take the cucumbers just over to the farmer wholesale there. So it is just under half a pallet. That's about another 1,700-ish, maybe 1,500 I'll say. Plus about 2,800 from that. This should be just over 4,000. This alone, if I've worked this out right, should give me enough to buy the baler. And from there it's just a few thousand more for the trailer. So I think we're actually going to be on track to get this done. If I can get it all purchased in this episode and be ready to, next episode, get into the grass harvest and start getting some more serious money going, that'll be good. And that'll be something I can do every 3 months. Rather than constantly cutting down trees, I can actually harvest stuff. Hopefully I can make enough money off of it quick enough to be able to buy a harvester. I think the total price of that is nearly 40,000, so it will be a big purchase for us. But it is necessary. So, let's get this all loaded up there. Come on, let's go. That's there. First pallet of grapes and the second pallet of grapes. 5,224. That is brilliant. So we're now just 3,400 shy of our goal of 13,000 for this month. That means we can now buy the baler. So that's brilliant. We can get stuff baled. We still need, I mean, at the end of the day, if we can't afford a trailer, I could stick this into cruise control. I was going to say I could do it on here, but it would take a while. Yeah, they have to go to the train yard, so I could not fit many bales on here. So I think the trailer will probably be worth it. I'm going to cut across here again is what I'm going to do. Because we've got up to the greenhouse anyway, I need to check if there is a pallet of cucumbers. I believe there should be. And I'm also pretty sure they're selling for a fairly good price at the moment. That is a pallet of cucumbers. Can I lift it up? No. Okay, that's an issue. It's also not a full pallet. 700 litres, so they don't spawn in full. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Okay, so I can't sell cucumbers. That kind of sucks. In that case, is it worth me changing it to something I can sell for now? Once you get him to sell it, what does that do? Cut it up and... Okay. We'll change that back to storing. That's going to be an issue. That's going to be an issue I did not foresee. So I'm going to need a front loader. Now this tractor can fit a front loader, so that's not going to be too much of an issue. It's just going to cost a lot. So for now, cucumbers are out of the question. So we still need 3,500. So I guess it's trees. As much as I hate it, I guess it's kind of our best option. The issue is, I don't really want to take down too many more of these, because I think I've got about the right amount gone now that I can take down some over here, but they're not the big ones. Well, this is a bit of a conundrum. I was really hoping I'd have enough. I think for now what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the baler. So we'll get that bought. And I'll drive over to the shop and start picking up some of our stuff. I think for now, because that is definitely ready to harvest, I think for now maybe I could just get it mowed. I mean, I can do everything else for it and it'll just kind of break up the logging for a little bit. Maybe after I've done a bit of mowing I'll want to do some logging again. So we'll spin this around and head back to the store. So I think if I can pick up the stuff in the order I need to use it, so if I grab the mower now, I can bring it back, do the mowing, and go back, get the tedder, do the tedding. I think in this episode we might just about have time for the mowing. If at all, actually. No, I think not. So I think... Oh, this is really throwing a spanner in the works, that whole cucumber thing. I'm going to have to get a front loader for this. Which is probably going to have to wait until after the harvester, because I'm going to need the harvester fairly soon. My stuff's growing quite quickly. If I head back up to this. I just out of interest, what's in here? Nothing worth it for me. Let's aim for over there. So what did I have in this field? Hopefully, oh, it's oats. I mean, that's good because they grow quickly, but then on the flip side of things, it's bad because they grow quickly. And I don't have a harvester. So I need to get one quick. My chickens are now producing eggs much quicker, which is brilliant. The eggs sell for a lot. Great for producing nice and quick, that's fantastic. They don't sell for loads, but they give me a good amount of money. I spent all that time last episode getting a greenhouse for cucumbers that I can't even move. So that's great. So it's going to be tight now. I'm going to have to find a way to make it work and get the harvester in time, but it will be quite tight. Right, mower. We'll bring this back. I need to remember to refuel at some point as well. So I'm left with 1600. Maybe I do just... I'm going to have to get it all mowed and ready and baled up and everything. And then I'm going to have to re-evaluate this. But I think I can get all that done in next episode. I'm going to have to re-evaluate this all. And maybe for now I just do log stuff over on my logging trailer. I'm not going to be able to fit a load of bales on there. But I can fit enough to make it go fairly quick. And it's not a long journey to the train yard, I've just got a fairly quick tractor. Maybe that's the option. Maybe that's the option I should go with for now. Or I'd sell one load on the logging trailer and then just buy the cheap non-auto loading bale trailer for now. That could also work. I'm really not sure. If you have any idea of anything that could help me out in this situation here, I would need to make £3,500. I don't want to cut down trees though. I think I might just have to go for it in the end. But chuck your suggestions down below. Drop a comment of what you think I should do now. I certainly need to find a way to get it all bailed up and everything. Which I've got everything to do that. It's just transporting it. Now, I know I said I was going to do this in the next episode, but I'm impatient and I want to see what this thing is like. Okay, it runs fairly quick, but it does not cover much of an area at all. which we knew. It just means it's going to be a long old process getting this cut. A long old process. So I don't think we'll get it all done in this episode. I'll make 1 or 2 passes round and then finish it off in the next one. But I'd say so far, I mean, this has been a fairly successful episode. Obviously I didn't get everything I wanted to get done. We don't have that bale trailer yet, which sucks, but it is what it is. I do preferably, I think I am just going to go for it, and I'm going to cut the trees. I need to get this mowed, headed and windrowed. I won't bale it yet though, because the brilliant thing about this baler and trailer combo is you can attach the trailer to the back of the baler, and then when the baler pops out a bale, it just throws itself straight onto the trailer because it's an auto loader. So I'm going to be better off leaving the baling until I've got the trailer. Otherwise I've got to try and manoeuvre myself around all of this. The bales all over the place, it'll be difficult. But yeah, definitely need that trailer. So maybe in between episodes I'll get a few trees chopped down, so I'm not boring you guys with any more logging journeys. And then next episode could purely be focused on this field. We'll see how much money we'll get from it. Like, were all these investments even worth it? I would have spent just over £15,000 in the end. How much do I get back? Obviously, grows back within a few months, so eventually we'll make our money back, but we do it quickly. But for now, I think that's going to be it for this one. Thank you very much to everyone who's watched. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please do remember to like and share the video around. Do subscribe to the channel as well. And if you want to support the channel in an even bigger way, I do have a Patreon account available now, the link to which is at the top of my YouTube channel. You can find it there. And subscribing to that will just give me a bit more of an income to go towards making these videos. I can make them even better for you then. But that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode.